hashtag replay. If you are watching the replay, say hey when you're hopping on. Let me know you're here. I'm excited to talk about this topic. I'm super excited to talk about this topic. Super, super excited. Say hello. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. Get cozy. Because we're going to have a chat. We're going to have a chat. We're going to have a conversation about the difference between faith and delusion and how that is going to create a difference in what you manifest in your reality. I think this is a really important conversation to have too, because there's just so much out there about like, be delusional. And I'm gonna be real honest with you, it actually like high key enrages me that we say that, because delusion is not the goal. Being delusional is actually never the goal. Like, ever. Let's make sure. I'm pretty sure I have the mic on. Let me know you can hear me when you hop on. Actually, I can check and see if we can. Okay, cool. I am heard. I am heard. I am heard. I am heard. So, how are you guys today? What's been coming up for you? Let me know in the comments. What have you been working towards? What have you been manifesting? What have you been doing lately? I'm sharing this video. I would love for you to share this video too. Let's see here. Okay. I think we're good to go. Unless I'm frozen, which would be annoying. Okay, cool. I am heard. Okay, cool. I am heard. So let's talk about the difference between being delusional and having faith. So how many of you all have heard the saying like, oh, I'm just going to be delusional and it's going to manifest? Let me know in the comments if you've heard that before. And say hey when you're hopping on, and just let me know that you can hear and see me just fine. So one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this topic is because I used to believe in the Delulu manifestation stuff until I started to realize that delusion equals fantasy. And there's this culture of spiritual life coaches, of people who are into the manifestation realm and reality, that tell people to just act as if you already have it. Just act as if you already have the thing you want. Like, literally just walk around and be delusional. Like, if you're rich, just, be delusional. If you're not rich, but you want to be rich, just, like, pretend like you're rich, and it's fine, right? Like, if you want a loving, lasting, long-lasting relationship, just just pretend like you already have a relationship. And it honestly gives me the ick when I hear that. Like, when I hear that, when I see that, I'm just like, no. And the reason I'm like, no, is because that's not how you manifest what you want. As somebody who struggles with having to be very mindful about whether or not I have my rose-colored glasses on, and if you've never heard me talk about the rose-colored glasses help you see the silver lining of things, and they help you look at a trash situation and find the treasure in it. And you can use your rose colored glasses at any time when you need to process something so you can access forgiveness, but they're not meant to stay on. You have to accept the truth one way or another that that trash situation was in fact trash, even if you want to find a treasure in it, you know? And a lot of us had to put on our rose colored glasses in childhood or in shit situations because it was not working for us. It wasn't working for us. It wasn't working for them. It just wasn't working. You know what I mean? And so when we talk about manifestation and people are like, be delusional, just like pretend like you have it, that to me is like, put your rose colored glasses on and ignore the work that needs to be done in order for you to actually manifest your dreams, and just pretend like you already did it. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? Completely ignore whatever identity you created before you decided that you wanted to manifest this thing. Ignore every trauma you have. Ignore all the pain, right? It's still the same thing as like love and light it away. And that is not real healing, and that is not real manifestation. Because in order to manifest, you have to heal. You're not going to create from a safe space inside of yourself if you haven't fully processed or found yourself. And so being delusional is just another way to escape your reality. What people mean when they say, oh, just be delusional, they mean have faith. And faith requires firm conviction and belief in what you want to see happen over your life. It's not being delusional. Faith is saying, I have all this right here that I need to look at, and I have the faith that I can do it in the time frame that I want to do it in. And that requires you to challenge your identity. And your identity is made up of all your experiences, your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors, your patterns. And sometimes we place our identity outside of ourselves. Sometimes we find our sense of self through being a mother or through being a wife or through being a partner. And that is oftentimes when we create codependency, when our sense of self is outside of us, when we don't know who we are without being something to somebody else. Or if our identity if our identity is tied into finding worth and value based on how we show up for others, that part of ourself is literally outside of us. And in order to shift your identity, you have to have faith. You can't be delusional about the problems you have. You can't just love and light it away, you guys. And I know a lot of us are awakened to that, but we still need to speak it because there's still a whole entire culture of spiritual people who believe that if you're going to manifest something, you should just be delusional and just pretend like you already have it. And that is what is fucking you guys up. That is what is stunting your growth. It's what's keeping you in the same identities. It's what's giving you false light, false hope, false manifestations. And if you want to get to the real thing, you have to face what's in front of you. And usually what's in front of you is you. It's all your feelings of inadequacy, of pain, of suffering, of low self-worth, of disbelief in yourself. It's all of your feelings about who you are and how life goes for you. And so when you are not in the right mind to face that stuff, of course you want to lean towards being delusional and just pretending like what you want is already happening. And I mean, being delusional happens when you're in a relationship with somebody. There's plenty of people who are in relationships with people that are being completely delusional about that relationship. And the reason I know that is because I have done that before. And there's plenty of people pretending like they have things that they don't, and they still don't have those things. It doesn't make a difference. Being delusional does not make a difference, and it doesn't require you to surrender to a power greater than yourself. It's your ego's way of soothing the anxiety you have about being in between who you are and who you're becoming, being in between what you want and manifesting it. And real manifestation happens when you have unshakable, convicted faith. Faith is a feeling. It's a feeling, but it's also an ability for you to look at something, face your obstacles, and say, okay, I still have the power to get what I desire. I still have the power to get what I really want out of this. I can still show up and do this. That is faith. Faith is like, okay, it looks like it's not going to happen, but you know what? There's still a way. And I'm going to do whatever it takes. Faith is that part of you that makes you believe that you still can. Faith is the part of you that continues to show up even when you think it's over. Faith is the part of you that is saying there's a higher power greater than myself that can work through me and I can align with it. Delusion is saying, oh, I can just have it. Delusion is saying, it's already here. I'm just going to get what I want. And then the false thing comes because delusion is false. Literally delusional. Being delusional is looking at something and being like, oh yeah, it's already there, but it's not there. How is that going to help you create what you want? That's not real psychology, science, grounded manifestation techniques. It's not. And that's what identity shifting is about. Identity shifting is about learning how to muster up the faith to get what you really want in your life. And identity shifting is about really allowing yourself to be real about the obstacles that you have to overcome in order to become your next version of yourself. It's not about just pretending that something you want is already there. You know what I mean? So that is my message about delusion and faith. I just wanted to come live and talk to you guys about that. I hope that helps. Identity Shift, my 3-month one-on-one program, starts tomorrow, and there are spots open. It's $3,000 paid in full for 3 months. There's payment plans available, and in this program, together, you and I walk through the identity shift that is already occurring in your life. It doesn't matter what you're shifting into or out of. The tools I have and the support I give can help you rise to the occasion and have faith and overcome any delusions. If you are ready to become the person you know you are here to be within the next 90 days, send me a DM. Send me the DM with the word shift and let's get you signed up. I can't freaking wait to work with you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Say hey when you're hopping on. Let me know you're here. I'm appreciative of your guys' support and vibe. It's about what I've been learning is that when I'm delusional, I'm actually escaping my reality. So it's not about I've never manifested anything good from delusion. I've always manifested the false light. Literally. I've always manifested the opposite of what I want. I've always manifested, things that were off when I was in delusion. But when I'm in faith, and faith is you have to muster it. I think that's why they're I'm mustering the faith. Even with all the heavy feelings and emotions and obstacles and burnout and stress and fear and ba-da-ba-da-ba, if you have just become numb and familiar with not getting what you want, and that's just what your nervous system is calibrated to, and if you've just been constantly sitting in shame and guilt and blame and worry, if you've been showing up to work giving 80 hours a week and not taking a break, your nervous system becomes regulated to that. And it's not regulated, actually. It's very dysregulated. And in that dysregulation, you think that you're safe, but you're not, and you're longing for a shift or longing for a change, and that requires you to have faith that you can and that you will. Faith is its own chakra. It's in the cervical neck. and it's like the 28th or 29th chakra out of the 33. And when I tap into faith, I'm activating people's ability to believe in the ultimate truth over the circumstantial truth. There are circumstantial truths that have come into your life to teach you something, but that's not the ultimate truth of who you really are. The ultimate truth of who you really are is the light, is the dream, is the gifts, is the potential, you know? And you have what it takes to reach your potential. But you have to get out of your own way. And I would love to help you do that. I would love to be that reflection for you, to find your power, to find your voice, to find the courage, to find the faith, and to coach you and to help you regulate your nervous system and align your energy so that you can get what you want, because you fucking can do it. And I believe you can. And it goes a lot faster when you have somebody in your corner believing that you can. So hit me up about Identity Shift. It's 90 minutes, 12 90-minute sessions, 24/7 voice app support. And together, we're going to shift your identity in 90 days. And it's going to be freaking epic. And you're going to come out a new person. I just want to say I just spent 2 whole weeks by myself, literally immersing myself in exactly what I'm going to teach you all in Identity Shift. And I have come out like a glowing goddess queen, so faithful, so aligned with who I am. And if you would have seen me last year, I would have literally been at a bar taking shots, like walking down the street drunk with my friends. That's where I was last year. Like, that's how much my identity has shifted in a year. And that's how quick things can go, you know? And I'm stronger than ever. I'm like more sober than ever. I'm more aligned than ever. Like, I know this works so well because I literally do it on myself every day, and I show up and get results for my life. So I know that what I'm teaching you all to do and holding you all accountable to do an Identity Shift works, because I do it on myself. And with all the other clients I'm working with right now, I'm watching them do it. And it's your turn. It's your turn to shift your identity. If you're called to this program, it's for you. Send me a DM. It's $3,000 paid in full, or payment plans are available. Send me a DM. You want to do this. We start tomorrow. I can't wait to have you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.